Hello, just let me read you this. New potatoes for Christmas. Plant cold stored tubers for new potatoes with Christmas dinner. We may have reached peak barbecue season, but there's no reason to forget the year's other gastronomic landmark. Planting potatoes between now and the middle of August should reward you with some wonderful fresh tasting tubers in time for the Christmas table. Woohoo! Buy cold stored tubers of early or second early varieties such as Nicola, Charlotte and Maris Pear from most of the major seed companies. They will take around 12 weeks to grow. When ready to harvest, remove the foliage, leave the tubers in the compost until they are needed. If you are growing in a pot, make sure it is at least 12 inches deep and wide to give the tubers enough room to swell. How about that? Well, we're already doing this at Home Grown Veg, as you know. Certainly if you're a subscriber you know that, if you're a visitor perhaps not. But we're already doing this. Now we haven't bought our seed potatoes from a supplier, we've actually set aside some store-bought potatoes. So when we bought them at the beginning of the year, we actually planted some, chitted them up and planted them, but others we kept in the fridge, in the cold, in the dark, in the dry, and several months later got them out, and as recently as last month and this month planted them up. So we're already doing this. We're growing new potatoes for Christmas. But we're in a 10-inch pot, we're not in 12-inch pots. And when the potatoes are ready, or when we believe they're ready, we'll probably take the tops off and we'll stand the pots in the greenhouse where they'll be kept dry, because there's every danger that pots standing outdoors with nothing growing in them, nothing to take up the rainwater, will just waterlog. And so when the potatoes are ready, when we think they're ready, we'll take the tops off and we'll move the potatoes indoors to keep them dry. But prior to that, we'll actually take some of these potatoes. So before Christmas, we will actually be harvesting this second crop of potatoes in compost. It's actually already grown potatoes this year. We've just recycled it and reinvigorated it with some bloodfish and bone. So what we'll do shortly, when it stops raining, we'll pop outdoors and we'll have a look at what we're doing here at Home Grown Veg. Well, we're outdoors now, the rain's just eased off. The potato you're looking at here is a potato called Jazzy. Jazzy's growing in a 10-inch pot. It's a set-aside potato. It was a store-bought potato that I set aside, didn't eat it, kept it, put it in the fridge for a few months. There's videos on the channel about this. Then got it out and chitted it, and it's been in this pot now for about a month or so. Okay, so whether this one will actually be on our dinner table at Christmas, who knows, but hopefully we'll get some Jazzy out of this pot and we'll eat them, either before Christmas, at Christmas or after Christmas, but one way or another this pot will deliver. The compost is recycled compost. It's already grown early potatoes this year, reinvigorated, as I've said earlier, with bloodfish and bone. I think there's also some coffee grounds in there perhaps. And Jazzy's looking okay. Right, let's see what else we've got. This is Maris Pia. Maris Pia is also a set aside shop bought potato. I think there are 3 in this pot, and I think there may have been 3 Jazzy in the previous pot. But as you can see, Maris Pia has actually got buds on it now. It's ready to flower. I think these are in shot. Hopefully they're in shot. So I don't think this guy will go on till Christmas. Unless when it dies off, as I've said, we take the tops off and stand the pot in the greenhouse where it's dry, and we'll just store the potatoes in the pots as opposed to taking them out and storing them. So that's Maris Pia again, another set aside potato, store-bought potato. This is one of our old favourites. This is Winston. Winston's always been a good cropper for me in these 10-inch pots. Winston is a seed potato. It wasn't store-bought. It is a verified, certificated seed potato from a local supplier. There's just one in this pot. Winston's coming on well. Again, when I bought my seed potatoes earlier in the year and sowed them, some of them just set aside, put them in the fridge, in the cold, in the dark, in the dry. Brought them out a couple of months back, chitted them up, popped them in these pots, and away we go. Fridge potatoes. Okay. You can buy potatoes that have been stored by the seed suppliers. You can purchase those now, and you can plant those now. But this is Home Grown Veg. We try to do as much as we can at home. So I popped these potatoes in the fridge at home. Kept them there for a few months. Brought them out, chitted them, planted them, and as you can see, we've got fridge potatoes growing in 10-inch pots. Let's see if we can get some of these guys through to Christmas. But in any case, let's get a second crop of potatoes from compost in a pot that's already produced potatoes this year. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope some of you are actually having a go at this, because it's been on my channel for a few months now, and some of you may be actually trying this for yourselves. I hope you are, and I hope you'll send some comments, let me know how you get on. Okay, this is Home Grown Veg, signing out.